My name is Luke, I'm from the city of Toronto, and I make house and garage music under the name Terratone. The name Terratone I thought of because I wanted a name that represents evoking emotion. So terror is the emotion I chose, and tone represents the music side of it, so that worked for me. The style of music I make is basically house and garage, but there's two major things that I try to do with every track I put out. I try to make it have a swing that's you hear a lot in garage, so just some flavor, some style to it, where it's not like every house beat you hear on the radio. And I also try to focus on bass, because coming from that drum and bass background, you have those low sounds, that body shaking bass. So I really try to highlight the bass and the swing in every beat I make with Terratone. So garage music is basically house with flavor. That's how I see it as. It's got a little swing to it. It's just not like the robotic uniform kick snare. It's got this, the hats are shuffled, so they're a little bit later than usual, and it gives it this very natural groove that just makes you want to dance. And that's what garage is to me. So if I can pinpoint it down to one song that kind of made me fall in love with music, maybe to the level of wanting to make it and be a part of the scene, I would have to say it's the DJ Zinc mix of Ready or Not. Because that's kind of one of the boundary crossing tunes that I've heard what can be done with a good vocal and an awesome beat. And it's just a song I always heard when I started going to raves. So if I can pinpoint it down to one tune, which is really difficult, that would be the tune. When you see someone succeeding that's like kind of in the same class as you, a cohort, some might say, it inspires you, because you see them successful and you see that it's achievable, and it becomes realistic. So it kind of drives you to see other success, and that's one of the main things. There's not everywhere you look, there's someone extremely talented in the city that's just going for it, and I think that's the biggest inspiration for me. Turbo City is basically me and my friends getting together, playing music we love for people, and it's basically focused around house and garage, the darker, more interesting aspects of it. Basically, we throw parties, we get together and play, and we bring in DJs that are doing similar things. It's been going really, really well. We're on our 11th party, and we're just gonna keep banging them out. Being able to play my music out to the crowd is really the highlight of making music for me. Just to see that instant response of someone taking in something you've created, and their response, and the way they dance to it, the way they move to it is really my favorite part of making music. I hope to just keep growing every aspect of music in my life. So keep throwing parties under Turbo City, keep making music as Terratone, and keep collaborating with artists. That's the one thing I think I'm trying to focus on for the next little while, is just keep expanding my sound and learning new techniques by collaborating with other producers in the city. Because you always learn something out of every circumstance. You learn how someone does something a little bit different. And so that's really just keep expanding on what's already there that I've been working on.
Wise man once told me, keep my foot on the gas, never look back. What's on my dad, never mind that. Moving too fast, gotta stay on my track. Swerving your hold, that's a reflex. I'm on the go, I cannot relax. Diamonds and gold in the Rolex, gripping on the Glock 4, playing Russian roulette.